Hello, and in this one too, we are going to learn how to fill a combo box. Okay, so we will look at how to fill combo box with records from MySQL database. Okay, and we are going to use the VB.NET programming language. So as you can see, I have designed a simple form here. This is a combo box, and this is a button. Okay, so what I want us to do is that whenever we click on this load products button here, it should go inside the database and then fetch some records and then fill it or populate it inside this combo box here for us. Okay, so that's what I want us to achieve. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that I rename this combo box to let me say product CMBX. Okay, and then this button to here, let me just say that it's btn load product. Okay, then I'll just double click on this btn load product. Then I'll have to establish a connection, so I'll say that dim constring. Okay, dim constring as string. Then I'll also say that it is equal to server equals localhost comma semicolon. The database that we want to use, for instance, is let's say um okay, let me say stock db. Okay, stock underscore db, and then the user is equal to the root user, and then password is equal to empty. All right, now I'd like to say that try, and I'll say my dim con. Okay, equals to new MySQL connection. Okay, so let me just the top here, and then make sure that I import my SQL data.mysql client. Okay, and then I can now say that my SQL connection, and this takes the connection string as an argument. Okay, now I can say that con dot open. Okay, now that I've established the connection string, I can say con dot open. Now I can see that using this connection, using con, okay, or dim query as string. Okay, I'll say that select all from, let's say that product underscore table. Okay, let's just say that select all from product table, right? And then let's say that dim cmd. Okay, continue my SQL command, and this will take two arguments. The first one is the query, and then second is the connection instance. Okay, now I can say that dim reader, because we need data reader to be able to read all the products that are in there. So dim reader equals to cmd.execute reader. Okay, like that. Then I can say that if reader dot has rows, if the reader dot read, and then reader dot has rows. Okay, then let's just say we have this variable called dim product as string equals to reader dot get string. get string. Okay, now this will take product as an argument like that. Then I can say that, okay, so first of all, let me just do this. Let me do this. So say while reader dot read, okay, then let me push this if statement inside of that. Then I can get rid of this one here. Okay, now I can say that product ComboBox here dot items dot add, then I'll pass in the product variable here like that. Okay, now let's go inside our database, I mean behind our database management system, and then create this product table and then this stock db. Okay, all right, so I'm right here, I'm using XAMPP, and then I'm using MySQL, so bear that in mind. Okay, all right, let me just zoom this a little so you can see. So I'm going to say that create database stock underscore db. All right, then I'll just make sure I go down there and then execute this query. Okay, I have a typo here like that. Okay, I'll go down once again, say go. Yes, now that we've created this database, let's just say that use this database, right? And then we are going to create table, say that's product table. Okay, then inside this parenthesis, first of all I need an ID, not now. Okay, it should be the primary key, and then it should be the auto increment, should be auto increment. Now I'll need a product name or the product, which I want it to be of the type varchar, variable character. The length of it should be like 50, not now. And then let's just say that why, okay, this is supposed to be integer, right? Int, like that. Okay, so the product. Now I think this is okay. You let me just add dates to this thing. So product date, okay, which will be the current timestamp, okay, like that. And then let me just make sure I close this here like that. So okay, yeah, this is giving a problem. Current date. Oh, okay, I think this will not work, so let me just set date. Okay, all right, then I can execute this query here. Okay, now let's just try and then insert few records into this particular table. Okay, so I'm just going to say that insert into the product underscore tv. So I don't need an ID, I need only the product. Okay, then I'll say values, then inside this, let me say this one should be Milo. Okay, then Let me break this thing into um, separate lines so I can have multiple values. Let me say this one should be maybe um, washing powder, washing powder. Okay. And let me execute this one too, and then see what we have so far. Okay, so go back to this database called the stock.db, and I fetch this table in here. Okay, so we have what? Two products, right? Good. And let's go back to application and then see what we have so far, right? So we are saying that whenever we hit that load button, it should do all these things. For I go into the product table and then select all that is in there. Now, we're using data reader to read through the table and see if it has any row or any records in there. If it is there, fetch this column, and then whatever that column is having, put it in this variable for us, and then we are putting it right into this combo box. Let's execute this and see what we've done so far. Okay, so it's loading. So let me just hit load product and see what we've done so far. Okay, let's drop this thing down. So as you can see, it has been able to read whatever we have inside that table and then place it here like that. Okay, now let's just try and then add few records to the table. Let me just say I want a product here to be maybe um okay, liquid soap, liquid soap, and another one to be maybe Pepsodent. Right, then I can execute this. Let's go back and then run the project and see if those two records will be added. Okay, so as you can see at the moment, there is nothing inside this combo box. When I hit on this load, I'm expected that when I drop it down, I'll see all the four records. So as you can see, you're having all the four records inside the database. Now let me even make this more interesting, okay? So whenever the form loads, okay, so let me just cut all this code here and then create a sub called load um records. Okay, load records. Okay, and then I'll hit enter. I'll paste all these codes here like that, and I can call this load records tab here. Okay, and then let me go back to the form, select the form itself, and then double click on the form, and I'll say that load records. So what will happen is that whenever the form loads, it will do it will try go into the database and then fetch all the records for us. Okay, so let me just drop this thing down and see if there are any records in there. So as you can see, we are having them. So when the form loaded, it was able to go into the table and then fetch all that it is in there, and then populated it into this combo box. Okay, so if we want to improve upon this, we can have a test box where we can be adding product into the system and then we'll be loading it into this combo box. Yeah, so that is it for this one. Yeah, so kindly like it if you find it interesting, and If you have not subscribed to my channel too, kindly do that because I'll be dropping more amazing content like this one. Until next time, I wish you a happy learning and bye for now.